my name is Georgia and today I'm going to be doing a little Q&A in this messy hotel room. Because what do you do when you have no video ideas? You do a Q&A, baby. So I asked you all on my Instagram to just send me in some questions, anything you want. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, it is Georgia_productions. I know, it's the old username. Working on getting it changed, guys. Gotta finesse our way into it. So you know how a Q&A works. Let's get straight into it. What do you love least about your job and most? From Gracie. I think I literally say this every time I get asked this question, but my favorite thing is definitely meeting you. Hearing how I've somewhat impacted your life, even if it's a slight little impact and I just make you smile for a few minutes a day, that's my favorite part. But honestly, my least favorite part about this job now, it's so hard to keep. Thought there was something in a tree. It's nothing, it's a plastic bag. It's probably just the amount of platforms that you have to keep up with these days. I've been doing this YouTube thing for so long. You know, back in 2016, it used to be just one YouTube video a week. Like, that's it. If you want to post an Instagram photo or two. Simple as that. But now it's like, no, you gotta keep up with one YouTube video a week at least, 4 TikToks, Instagram Reels, Instagram Stories, YouTube Shorts, everything. Trying to keep your head above water and staying relevant, it feels like I'm constantly doggy paddling. We have a little toxic relationship, me and the internet. How many boyfriends have you had? From Stephanie. I've had 2. Do primary school boyfriends count? I don't know, because if so, I've like 7. You know, I really got around in primary school. I was the cream of the crop. Who's your favorite from the Stranger Things cast? Well, I've actually met a few of the cast members when they came to Australia to promote Stranger Things season 4. I met Sadie, Gateman, Priya for a few split seconds. I did have to stand behind a line and they were just kind of within arm's reach. Like, I didn't know if it was a COVID thing or just like, don't touch the Australian, you don't know where it's been. I'm just standing on the line. They were just, oh, mate, the most approachable, beautiful actors and actresses. But I will say, Caleb McLaughlin has a soft spot in my heart. A few years ago, when I wasn't that big on YouTube or anything, he actually followed me, and it meant so much to me. He's a legend, and I love them all. Are you right-handed or left-handed? I'm right-handed, but left-winged. Left-winged. I just like equality, it's what I'm trying to say. How to get through a breakup? From Liliana. Honestly, girl, I've only been through one breakup in my life and it was tough. It was really tough. My biggest piece of advice would be every time you feel like calling them, texting them, going back to them, remember the reasons you broke up. It's so easy to just remember the good times, but I don't know, if someone's not making you happy, it's not worth it. You just gotta kind of sit with that uncomfortable, I guess, lonely feeling for a while. Time heals, you know? I know that's so overused and it's so cliche, but it really does. Are you getting more birds? From Bethany. So just for some context, I actually have a little Quaker parrot called Pluto. He is just like the most beautiful little bird. I got him like a few months ago and I just love him so much. Like, we are best friends. He falls asleep on my chest. I'm just like, I just pat him like a little dog. He's just the most beautiful little thing.
What's that? What's that? It's blood. Oh.
I love him so much and I already miss him. I'm in Sydney right now and I can't be with him at the moment. It's all right, he's being looked after, it's fine. I've got a babysitter. My answer would probably be no, just because like the times when I have got a second bird, they never get along and it's just a bit more chaotic, it's noisy. I think one child is enough for me. Favorite flavor of lolly snake? This might be a little bit controversial, okay, as an Australian. When you have a choice between Allen's and natural confectionery, why would you ever choose Allen's? Their flavors aren't as good, the texture isn't as good. Natural confectionery all the way, bitch. I thought someone just knocked on the door for housekeeping then. Just imagine them like walking in and I'm just like yelling at a camera about brands of lollies. Why would you ever choose Allen's? They like open the door and they're like, we got an influencer in here, boys. Ever considered moving to Sydney? From Nate. Yes, many times. So I live in Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. I feel like that's kind of common knowledge now, but a lot of people think I live in Sydney because I'm here that much. Right now, I'm in a hotel room in Sydney because I had an event today. I've got an event tomorrow night and they're all in Sydney. So I have to travel to Sydney every time there's a social event or a brand has an event. And I also have to travel here like every 2 weeks to record my Spotify original podcast. Gee, thanks. A plug. What helps you to get over body image issues? At one stage, I think I was about 19, I was having some body image issues, as everyone does, because we're all human and we just judge ourselves way too bloody much. But one day I just thought, enough is enough. I unfollowed everyone on Instagram that made me feel shit about myself. Social media is just fake anyway. Doesn't get said enough. It's so fake. For example, took this bikini photo, I'll insert it here. I look lovely. But this photo I'll insert it here. These two photos were 10 seconds apart, okay? This is me getting ready for the photo, okay? On social media, you only see the product. You don't see the making of the product. Posing is like any other art form. Like pottery, per se. And I tell you what, Instagram influencers can mold their bodies into a beautiful piece of pottery. But we all start with a blob of clay, all right? You're just flesh and bones, and the earlier you recognize that, the earlier that things will just start to matter less. Have you ever questioned your sexuality? From Grace. I was 10, I was watching Looney Tunes, and Jessica Rabbit walked on screen, and that's all I have to say. I'm pretty sure that character made every girl question their sexuality. If you had a child right now, what would you hope for and what would you name it? From Ava. I'm not a clucky person as it is. I don't think I really ever have been. I just don't really understand the women that like feel really maternal towards like babies crying just in the supermarket that aren't even there. They hear it crying from like 10 meters away and they just like, they don't even know where it is, but like the gravitational force just like pulls them to the baby. Like that motherly like urge. Oh, do you want my boob? I'll give you my boob. I've never had that urge. Like when I hear a baby crying, I'm kind of like, when are you planning on stopping that? Just wanting to know like a generalized idea. Okay, not anytime soon. All right, that's all right. I'll just walk over here. I don't get why people want a little screaming sticky gremlin. I'm gonna watch this back in like 5 years, 6 years when I have a kid and I'm gonna be like, oh, I love my sticky whiny gremlin. But if I was to have a kid, I really wouldn't care what the gender is. No, if it was a boy, you know, I'd probably call it like Axel Dent, and a girl, Missy Take. What is something that you're really proud of that you really want to just boast about or rant about? From Chloe. Well, Chloe, it's funny that you ask. I mean, it's not really a big deal or anything, but I did poo in the same toilet as William and Kate. I didn't make that up, that's actually true. Who would you like to give credit to for your success? From Taylor. Full honesty here, most of the credit for my success goes to my beautiful middle school principal, Graham. Also Hank Green, he really helped me kickstart my career. My media teacher in high school, Belle, she's probably forgotten all about me now. And my parents, because although I spent way too many hours editing YouTube videos and not doing homework, they could see it was going somewhere and they encouraged me along the way. Will you make merch? Yes, in the near future. Will you do a live tour again? From the same person. There is actually something in the pipeline. Can't say too much about it. I'm working on a little project, but it's a secret. Best advice for a year 9/10 girl. Oh, girl. I'm just gonna say it. Year 9, 10 girls, some of them can be brutal. If they don't like you, if they have a problem with you, that's their problem. It's not your problem. Biggest advice, if you're feeling like someone's picking on you or kind of like manipulating you into getting a reaction out of you, don't react. Move groups, find another group that doesn't gaslight you and treat you like shit and stick with them. Quality over quantity, guys. Quality over quantity. You do not need heaps of friends. And if they're shit to you, they don't deserve you. Opinions on Robert Irwin. Look, let's just say if I wasn't in a relationship, that boy could crikey my crocs any day. I don't know what that means. He just seems like the sweetest, most down-to-earth human being in the world. He takes right after his dad, that boy. What has been your best and worst cinema experience? The coincidence of this question is just crazy. My worst experience with the cinema was actually last night. I actually went to a preview screening of Where the Crawdads Sing. It was a beautiful movie, but got to this certain scene and let's just say your girl couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it. I guess it was the worst experience because yesterday was the day that I learnt why they put trigger warnings on movies. There was just this scene in it that was very, very confronting. And, just thinking about it, I guess there was a scene that hit too close to home. I rushed out of the cinema and I only just got out of the cinema and I was scream crying outside this cinema. Thank God there was no one outside. I have footage, a little bit of footage, a nice shot of my snot coming down here if you want to see that. Because I felt really stupid, like, oh my God, like I was the only one that had to run out of the cinema, no one else did. Like, I'm so weird, why can't I just sit down in the freaking cinema and ignore that? I couldn't, you know, I just couldn't. I felt trapped, I had to get out. It was a very horrible experience. I did actually really want to see how the movie ended though, because I was invested in the movie until that scene. I guess I just wanted, I don't know, anyone who suffers with like panic attacks, if something triggers you, doesn't make you weird. And it's also perfectly okay to seek help for these things, because I got help and trust me, I'm in a lot better place than I once was. Best experience seeing Minions. Next, do you miss the old YouTube? From Sophie. Yes. People's attention spans like this. For all of you who are still watching, thank you. I appreciate you, and you are keeping me with a job. Oh my God, this question. Did you get your boobs done, girly? From Josh. I get this so often, in my DMs especially, because I think people are kind of like they don't want to ask me like straight up. Like they want to be referred to a surgeon or something. I wish I could help you out, doll. No, I didn't get my boobs done. I never have. By the way, so flattering. So flattering. I guess people just started to recognize that I had cleavage maybe a year ago, because I guess I didn't really post photos where the girls were out much, and now that I do, people are just assuming, oh, she got them done because I didn't show them before. They were there, doll. They were there. They were just under a baggy t-shirt. Do you get excited when you meet fans out in public? From Summer. Yes! Oh my God, yes! I really do. I absolutely love meeting you. If you see me in person and it looks like I've got a resting bitch face on, it's probably just because I'm concentrating on where I need to go, because if I don't constantly think about where I need to go, I'll get lost. If you see me in public, don't be afraid to say hi. I'm always up for a chat. And that was the last question. If you'd like to be featured in the next Q&A video, make sure to follow me on Instagram, because that is where I do the little Q&A shout out. If you like this type of relaxed, I don't know, improv video, please let me know, because I always feel like I'm kind of slacking off making improvised videos. If you like them, let me know, because I'll make more of them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. See you later, potato.